Hey there and welcome. If you're getting ready for the Kentucky PSI Shampoo and Styling exam, you are in exactly the right place. Today, we're going to crack the code on this thing, breaking down what it is, how it really works, and most importantly, how you can walk into that testing center feeling totally confident. All right, let's get into it. So right off the bat, let's just bust a huge myth. If you think this exam is about how creative you are, how fast you can do an updo, or if you have a great salon personality, you are looking at it completely wrong. And honestly, that one little misunderstanding is why so many people trip up on this test. Okay, so first things first, we need to completely reframe how you're looking at this exam. We're about to uncover its one single true purpose. And trust me, once you get this, every single question on that test is going to start to make a whole lot more sense. And here it is. This is it. The whole enchilada. The PSI exam is not an art competition. It is a test of your professional decision-making. That's it. They want to know, can we trust you to protect the public's health? Do you know how to follow Kentucky law? It's all about your professional judgment, not just your artistic talent. So to pass this thing, you've really got to get inside the heads of the people who designed it. We need to learn to think like they think. So let's shift our whole perspective and adopt what I call the PSI mindset. This is how you learn to see the questions for what they really are. Okay, this is where we really separate fact from fiction. The exam is absolutely focused on safety and the law. Its entire purpose is to weed out people who might act unsafely. But what it's not is a general cosmetology theory test or some kind of quiz on your real-world salon experience. It's a recognition-based exam. That means the right answer is always sitting right there in front of you. You just have to learn how to spot it. Listen, if you remember one single thing from our chat today, please make it this. This is the PSI golden rule. Seriously, write this down, put it on your mirror, whatever you need to do. Every single time you feel stuck on a question, just come back to this. Does my answer protect health? Is it legal? Am I in my scope? PSI will always reward the most cautious, most by-the-book choice. All right, now that we've got the mindset down, let's put on our detective hats. We're going to dissect a typical PSI question and look at its component parts. Because once you see the formula, you can't unsee it. See? Pretty much every single question follows this exact same pattern. They give you a little story, right? A client scenario, and hidden somewhere in that story is the real problem, something about safety or sanitation or scope of practice. Then they give you 4 answers that all kind of sound plausible, and here's the kicker. Your job isn't to find a good answer. It's to find the single best answer, according to that golden rule we just talked about. So let's put this into practice. Here is a classic textbook PSI style scenario. A client sits in your chair, and you notice an open sore on their scalp. Right away, your mental alarms for safety and scope of practice should be blaring. Now let's see what kind of answers they might try to tempt you with. So let's walk through these one by one. Answer A, apply antiseptic? Nope, that's treating a medical condition which is way outside your scope of practice. B, shampoo around it? That's a huge risk. You could cause an infection or spread something. D, ask for a waiver? That's a classic trap. A waiver means nothing when it comes to the law, which leaves us with C, and boom, there it is. That's the PSI mindset in a nutshell. Your duty to safety always comes before performing the service. Now, I want to be clear, the PSI exam isn't designed to be tricky just for the sake of it, but it absolutely has traps. They're designed to catch you if you're not using that safety first, law first mindset. So let's go over the most common ones so you can spot them from a mile away. This is probably the #1 trap people fall into. You'll look at the options and think, wait, 2 of these seem right? For example, one answer might say, clean the station, and another might say, clean and disinfect the station. Well, cleaning is good, but cleaning and disinfecting is the best, most legally required answer. You always have to choose the option that goes the extra mile for safety and the law. Okay, you have got to be super careful with this one. As a shampoo stylist, your scope of practice is very clearly defined by law. So if an answer choice even hints at you trimming bangs, or suggesting a medicated shampoo, or doing anything with chemicals, it's wrong. Period. It doesn't matter how helpful it sounds in a real-world salon. On this test, if it's outside your legal scope, it's an automatic fail.
Oh yeah, this is a huge one. A client can never, ever give you permission to break the law or to do something unsafe. It just doesn't work that way. So if you see any answer that talks about getting a waiver signed or just getting the client's okay to proceed with something risky, eliminate it. Just get it out of there. Bottom line, The law and your license trump what the client wants, every single time.
Okay, we've got the mindset, we know the traps, now let's talk about the actual game plan for test day, because knowing the material is only half the battle. You have to be prepared to execute. I know, this stuff sounds super basic, right? But do not sleep on this. Being exhausted or hungry or rushing in at the last second, that creates stress. And stress leads to silly mistakes. So set yourself up for success. Take care of your body and mind, get there early, and walk in feeling calm and ready to go.
All right, you're in the test. First thing, just breathe. Then read every single word of the question. Look for those giant clue words like first or best or bylaw. They are screaming at you that there's only one perfect answer. Then, start by eliminating the answers that are obviously wrong or unsafe. And if you're really, truly stuck, just fall back on the golden rule. Pick the safest, most boring, most legal option and move on. Don't let one question derail you. So as we start to wrap this up, I want to leave you with one last big idea here. Because passing this exam, it's a huge milestone, for sure. But what it represents is so much bigger than just a score on a screen.
All right, so let's boil it all down. What are the key takeaways? Number 1, this is a test of your professional judgment, not your personality. 2, safety always comes before service. 3, the law is king. It always overrules what a client wants. And 4, you're not just looking for a good answer, you're hunting for the single best answer. If you can get these 4 ideas into your head, you've mastered the PSI mindset. And that really brings us to the heart of it all. That license you're working so hard for, it's not just a piece of paper. It's a promise. It's a declaration to every member of the public that you are a safe, responsible, and trustworthy professional. The test is just the gate. The real goal is earning that trust and re-earning it every single day you're behind the chair.